All right, welcome to Cist 1510 Web Development 1. Today we're going to look at getting started, uh, tasks that you will need to complete this week. We'll also look at a little bit overview of the course itself. So you see on the screen that currently looking at Blackboard. I'm in the student preview. This is the items that you will see currently. This is your home page. Looking at your home page, you will see your navigation to the left with links to home page, links to the announcements. We'll show you the current week's announcements. Calendar we won't be using. My grades, this will show you your grades once you complete your assignments and they're graded. Send email. This will give you a link to where you can contact myself or other students. NetTutor will give you a link to a tutoring service. You also see due dates. This will give you the dates that each assignment is due for the course. We have a link to our syllabus. You will need to read the syllabus. It will have important information about the procedures of the class. It'll have information about the due dates, the student guides, materials that you will need, how grades are configured. And you'll see lastly, you'll have your assignments. Okay, so first thing what you'll see is the start here. All right, in the start here, this will give you a link to where you get started in the course. It'll give you another link to your syllabus and student guide. You'll need to make sure you complete the syllabus agreement and also the introduction discussion. My discussions, you have your initial posts that are due on Thursday. Now, this first week, because we are doing add drop periods, I don't hold you to that first week um, of having it done by Thursday. But in every other week of the semester, you will have to have your discussion submitted by Thursday. It's going to be at least 100 words, and you have to have 2 replies of at least 50 words each submitted by Sunday. Remember, course textbook information. Our course will be used on MindTap. Your textbook will be a digital textbook. And then we have my contact information here as well. Okay, so then we'll have a link. This will take you to your MindTap, and then it's a place to download your data files. Now I'm going to have to exit the preview, student preview here. And we'll go back into the assignments. And you'll see the other tutorials and final exam that you'll have here as well. So let's look real quick at how our tutorials are set up. I'm going to choose tutorial 3. In here, you will have your information for the week of what you'll complete. The reading and review, this will take you to your textbook in MindTap. It'll also give you some places like the PowerPoint, interactive flashcards you can use as well. And you can just click on these links once you get your MindTap account set up. And it'll take you to your textbook. Now, looking at your textbook, this is where you'll get your work from as well. So we'll be doing the case problem 1 for each chapter. So it'll see at the top, it'll tell you what data files you'll need. So we'll look at how to get your data files. It'll also walk you through step by step on what you need to do to complete your assignment. You will be using Word Notepad plus plus is what I recommend for you to use for this. It makes it easier to design your HTML using Notepad plus plus, and it is a free program you can download. So you'll have your files and things, and you'll complete all of this assignments. And once you're finished, you'll save them in a folder. You'll zip the folder up, and you'll submit it back to Blackboard in the assignments folder. In here, you'll see your quiz, your discussion, and then a Dropbox. So a Dropbox is where you will submit your assignments. So we'll take a minute and look at download your data files. So this link here, this will take you to MindTap. And in here, this is where you'll download your data files. until you click on the student companion site. You'll go follow the instructions and download your data files. All right, so when you come in, you'll have your student data files. You'll download this. Make sure that you unzip this folder. So we'll do that now. So for this one, I'm going to save it on my desktop. And I'm going to let this download. It'll take a few minutes for that to download. And we'll go back to MindTap. So looking at MindTap, a couple things in here. The grade book on MindTap, you can ignore that. You will not be using it. Your grade book will be the official grade book that is on Blackboard. So when you click on My Grades, this will be your grades here. In my classes, you start off with a 0, and as assignments are turned in and graded, that grade will go up. Anything that's not been turned in or not assigned is still counted as a 0 until it is assigned and graded and turned in. So we'll click back over to MindTap. So a couple things you'll see at MindTap, the tutorials. Hitting here, this will be another links to your reading. You may have a introduction video to watch, and then study. This will be a review and the interactive flashcards. Now your textbook in here, you do have a table of contents that you can use to quickly jump around. We'll be only using through chapter 8 in this textbook. Chapter 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 are used in the scripting technologies in CIST 1510. 1520, excuse me. You'll also notice down here you have some different appendixes that you can use. I do highly recommend that you look through these. I refer back to these as well. This is stuff that can be used to help you in designing with HTML and even JavaScript in 1520. Another site I want to bring up is the W3 Schools. This is a valuable resource that you can use with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, along with other different languages and things that you may use while designing a web page. So in the HTML tutorial we'll look at, we have all different things over here on the left in the contents, different links that we can use. Say if you want to see how to do an HTML form, you can look at the example, and they also have the code that you can see, and it'll give you the syntax of the code. It'll give you different examples. You also have a try it yourself, which will open up another window. It'll show you the HTML code. And on this side of the screen, it will show you the results of this code once it's ran. You can make changes here. For example, if I just want to change that to name, and I'll click run, you can see how it makes the changes over here as well. So the W3 Schools is a valuable resource to use. We're going to look now at our data files. So I'm going to extract these. And we'll give it an example of how you should submit your assignments. All right, so going back to Mind tab. We'll close the W3 schools. We'll look at chapter 2, case problem 1. And this is what I'll open up over here. So you'll have all these other ones. You can delete these or use them for your working through your chapters, but you will only be doing case problem 1. So you'll see you have the different types of files listed here. PNGs will be your graphic files. Now, if you have a file open like the phplays.txt, you can right click. Once you install Notepad++, you can tell it to open with, and it may be there, or you may have it already installed down here. So I'm going to open and edit this with Notepad++. So it brings up my HTML code. This is now something I can edit this. So we'll look at the first couple steps in this. So tell me first to open both of those files. So I have them both open. All right, so first thing, a couple of things I'm gonna do is make some changes, link to CSS files, and we will go over all of this. But I would make my changes in the document here. You can also run these. You can also save it. Any of your work, you want to make sure you save this. I haven't made any changes, but for example, just changing the name here. I will make sure that I do save my document anytime I make the changes for this. Now, when I'm ready to submit this, I want to right click the case 1. And do the compress to zip file. So this will give me my file I'm going to upload. And then going back to Blackboard, I will go into the Dropbox. I'm going to create a submission. Actually, I'm going to upload file. I'll browse for the file. Make sure I get the zipped up folder. If you had any comments or anything, you would add it here. Do not ask me questions, though, about your submission here to have me look at, because I won't see it until I'm grading this. Make sure that you email me any comments or any questions you have. Use the send email when you have questions about your assignment. Do not put them in the comments on your submissions. All right, so once I've got this file linked, I want to make sure I hit submit. And then it will upload it to me. Now, it's not going to let me upload them because I'm the instructor here, but so it'll be sent to me, and then when I grade the file, your grade will be adjusted. A couple things on your file submissions. I'm going to go into a later chapter here. So a couple things in here to make sure. You want to make sure that your files, the links, and this is something we will go over, is correct in your files. and that all files are included. For example, this file here has a image that's linked in here. Okay, so you want to make sure that it is also uploaded to that Dropbox. You don't want to save this in another folder and then link it, because if you send that to me, the image will not get uploaded. So all of your files that are going to be part of your website need to be in that same folder and uploaded in the Dropbox when you submit your assignments. All right, so I'm going to see if this will let me go through the creation of the account setup. Um, so when you come into Cengage, you'll come down and click Create Account if you've not used Cengage MindTap before. And then follow the information here. You want to make sure that you use your student email. You'll fill out all the information. So this is as far as it'll let me go because I do have the account created. But you will keep filling out the information. You'll put your MindTap code in, and then it'll allow you to register for the course. All right, so this is going to be the end of the getting started. Once again, this first week, you want to make sure that you just set up your MindTap account, complete the items in the Start Here folder, read over the syllabus, complete the syllabus agreement, and your introduction discussion. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and send me an email.